Push bunt by Jimenez. They let it roll, still letting it roll, but it's a foul ball.
Remember your first big league hit, Carlos?
Yes, man, I remember. I was in Kansas City. Buddy Grooms was the pitcher, lefty from the Oakland A's. And wow, what a moment. So nervous, so...
Lenia? What'd you hit, Lenia?
So scared. Base hit. I got a base hit. Infield hit toward third base. I got good wheels back then.
Wheels?
Yeah,
yes.
Good wheel back then.
That was right away. You didn't wait too long, right? Was that your first at bat?
First at bat.
Oh, can't write it any better than
I
that.
was lucky.
Remember your first hit, David?
I do, yes. Jimmy Johnson. Big right-handed pitcher for San Diego back in the day. One hop, bullet, just a bullet. One hop in the gap, off the wall.
Wow. Look at that.
Closest I ever came to a home run was that first swing.
That's great.
Other than batting practice.
Swing and a miss. Jimenez down on strikes. One away.
Welcome everybody. We're going to do some live this Yankees game. I got a little bit late because something else came up I had to take care of. But we're going out.
Video puts it all into focus, Michael. Four-seam spin coming at you.
Excuse me. Wow.
Top 10% of all pitchers. And spin rate on that four-seamer from Jameson, Tyone.
A little flinch there by Straw on the breaking ball. One of them.
What that means, Michael, spin rate, all these numbers, it just means he's got good life. Elite life on his fastball. Kind of plays up. 95 plays like 98.
Grounded, foul.
Okie dokie. Let me get this shared out and do some analysis and such.
It's a real factor, and it wears you down as a pitcher because you start feeling like every pitch has got to be perfect, or if you get into a jam and you have base runners,
Okay, let's
then
get this
you
shared
really
out.
start to nibble and aim to make perfect pitches, as opposed to trusting your stuff and trusting the fact that your team's going to score some runs.
Grounded to short. They get one, that's all they'll get.
Okie dokie.
Just know if you're pitching and you're in close games constantly, Carlos, I know after the game I was emotionally drained. You just really think through every pitch and every sequence. It's a 0-0 game here in the third, or if it's 1-0, or always a one-run game. It does wear you down emotionally and mentally on the mound.
I understand, David. I also, it's got to be hard for a pitcher just to try to be perfect all the time. And with that being said, the offense, all you want is just hopefully when you see that starting pitcher battling out there, you want to put run for that pitcher because you understand that he deserved that win.
0-1 on Quan. Quan made the team with a great spring training. Took him 40 swings in the big leagues before he had a swing and a miss.
Which is unbelievably fishy. If you think that's natural or just his skill, you're out of your mind. That had to be rigged and set up.
He already leads the league in Jerry Maguire references too. By now, I would assume. Show me the Quan.
Straw 4 for 4 in stolen bases.
It's Miles Straw, the outfielder for the Guardians.
And also, Michael, Quan, his average against righties, 423. That's a good average. which means that he's seeing righties pretty well.
Yeah, I'll get Beltran that. That's a good point there.
He's at an even 400 overall.
Ooh, that was close.
He really has been kind of
Close on the pickoff,
guy
but
that you
it
watch
did
early
look
in
like
the
he got
season,
back.
kind of a breakout star in the first 2 weeks, and check the box scores. How many times did he get on base today? You know, he's already got a double tonight. He's definitely a follow right now. See how he can extend this.
1-1 count, tied at 0-2 down in the top of the third, and Jameson Taylor is dominating. Nothing doing there.
Now, batting second in his lineup, he said, my job is to just be the most annoying at bat in the lineup. Be a pest. Find a way on because I've got the best player in baseball behind me in Jose Ramirez.
No, Jose Ramirez is not the best player in baseball. He's not even top 10. He's about 12th or 13th. Whoa, that almost got him right in the lips. I think it was right up and in. Right there.
I went to Oregon State and I asked him why Oregon State. He said, only place that offered me a scholarship. Didn't have much of a choice. And they have a really good baseball program.
First time I've ever heard that about Oregon State. That's in the zone.
2-2.
Interesting little lollipop curveball.
Almost had his first big league home run. In the
There's
first
that
doubled high off the wall down the right field.
sound of that video game.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 1 on.
I can't remember what it was, but there's no video game he's played. It's identical sound when you hit a button and you set a flood up in the one room. Can Taylor end the inning here?
Slow roller. It'll be tough. Trevino.
Trevino makes the plate. It's not Trevino. It is Trevino.
Nice feet work there by Rizzo
Butchered.
in the stretch. For the
So remains 2 hits for the Indians. Number the Yankees.
a hit,
Well,
1 man left.
Kiner, Felipe, Trevino, and LeMahieu due up in the next inning. I got late to the live because I got busy with something, but I got it done, so.
Applebee's Irresistibles are back. Now starting at $8.99. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
Go ahead and leave questions if you have them. I answer questions.
It's over.
I mean, we both saw this.
I'll
coming.
check in every few minutes here. We got 3 guys who don't even know how to hit coming up this inning. Well, DJ does, but the other 2 don't. I'm not sold at Torino, even though he's having a hot streak. Or I kind of left. I'll have to see at least a month straight of this hitting to really be sold on it. They could get rally going easily the way they've been hitting. Wouldn't surprise me.
Getting back in the game, Lysol Pro Solutions is helping to
Everybody's starting to worship Nolan Arenado again and not even paying attention to all the other good third basemen in the game. That's how they rig it.
See how Lysol Pro Solutions can help your business.
Trust your intuition, it never lies.
A trusted standard for protection.
Take control of your health by boosting your force field, the immune system. With the Aura Ring, you can listen to your body's signals and raise your defenses. Aura tells you when your temperature is high.
Let's go to talk about the 2 trade rumors I dropped earlier today.
Or if your heart rate shows signs of
Yeah,
stress,
Corey Kluber has not been good with the Rays.
push yourself.
He has not been good with the Rays. But with those 2 trades, the Yankees are trying for Brian Reynolds. We'll see if it happens. The proposed deal, the 4 prospects and Joey Gallo. The Yankees would eat Gallo's contract, allowing the Pirates a free player, and it would be Volpe and Dominguez in the package, I'm told. We'll see if it happens. The other one, the Cubs and Yankees, work on another trade. More likely than not, I'm told. We'll see. And that would be a big deal there. But yes, Kluber has not been good for the Rays. He's not looking anything close to what he was with the Yankees.
Starting to heat up, hitting .455 in his last 7 games.
It's way high. That was never near the zone. I was supposed to be umpiring a ball game right now, but it got canceled.
10 for his last 22, and during that stretch has also stolen 2 bases.
So the 1-0
in
pitch.
2 attempts. Now,
Hammered to left, and it's going to fall and possibly short. That should have been over Quant's head and off the fence. More fishy shenanigans. The question I have is, where are the Indians or Guardians keep finding all these good starters. How the only team in baseball that just manufacture starters at will.
Right there, he have nothing to show for it, but at the end of the day, I know he's walking back.
A little bit fishy if you ask me.
He felt pretty good and he's impacted.
Yeah, that's off the meat of the bat. I have no clue how that does not get over Kwan's head. Look at this. That is off the meat of the bat, squared up.
So one down.
No way it falls that short.
Trevino.
But here's Trevino. That's high.
Now he's playing
If I
very
call it
well.
strike, it's at least 6
Don't
inches
read
high.
into the fact that he's playing 2
Unbelievable.
games in a row. He said tomorrow's a day game, so you know.
Yeah,
obviously, whoever you
Morgan
play
was not near this good last year. He pitched to a 4.12 ERA. What was it, 8 wins, something like that.
Made a nice play
And
in the inning.
pitching impossibly well
And
this year.
he's been pesky.
3.24 ERA. He's not that good. I believe this is his 4th start.
Hit a ball yesterday at Comerica Park that traveled about 415 feet to center field. Unfortunately, it's 420 out there.
The 0-2 pitch. Whoa, is that high?
And Michael Aaron Boone was also asked whether or not he views it as just a starting catcher, one solo starter, or is it more of kind of a tandem deal between Trevino and Higashioka right now? And he said he
That's
views
fouled
them
away.
as a tandem. Trevino has shown enough. He
It is not
going to
Trevino, it's Trevino.
Higashioka willing for
There's
him to
nothing
get
making
more.
ing
Also
and
mentioned
yes sound in that name.
he's still
There's
down
no
in
accents on it.
He's continuing to progress, but not enough to get in games yet. Just doing some tee and toss work. So they do have a lot of depth when it comes to that catcher position.
I think Higgy's the one that gets sent down when Woodford gets back.
Made a deal for him when Woodford was hurt. And was trying to establish
Way
a
wide,
role there.
2-2. Morgan's not looking good this inning. Worst thing he has all game.
Early today, and I got to see Trevino working on his frame behind.
By the way, what I got busy with
And
was
you
a
see
phone
he's
call
a
to
guy,
someone.
you know, working
I will
on
leave it
his
at that.
craft. That's what you like to see.
And that's fouled away. It was close enough. He had to swing or he'd been called out.
Well, he and Higashioka.
Yes, I ejected a coach yesterday because he's been harping on me all game. Then just started screaming at the top of his lungs at me in the
one of the
last
reasons the
inning.
Yankees have
And I
decided
just said,
to
no,
put
you're
more
gone.
defense behind the practice field,
I did miss Sanchez a little bit,
celebrate that,
but not
both
much.
of those catchers are great at framing. Driven out to right
And
center.
that is well hit.
Run, and he makes
And
it
how did that not get out?
385 mark.
How the crap did that not get out? It's only 385 out there. It's shorter than most right center fields. Fishy shenanigans again. That angle showed a little bit off the end of the bat, but
Jump that used to
still.
get out there, Carlos.
It's a good jump right there, being able to track that ball nice and easy. He knew where the fence was. He knew where the warning track was. So that's what you want to see from the outfielders.
That's where you want to fly balls at Yankee Stadium.
Here's DJ the May, 293 average on over 4 of these and a 798
Fairly
OPS.
neutral at this part of the park.
Way up and
The
in.
narrative with Yankee Stadium for years is always the short.
The
portion,
cave zone is
right?
driving me nuts because it's activating when the ball hits the glove, not where it got to the plate.
Right there in the middle, those fly balls die. 399 to full left center.
It's way high, 2 feet high. 2-0 count for LeMay. This one needs to sit on one, try to jack one, basically.
And a nice center fielder to run him down.
A great hitter will know when to pick his spots. This is a good spot to take a big swing. Very good spot.
Like the wind is just like there's no wind. Those flags are not moving.
Way high, 3-0. They're probably going to walk
About
LeMahieu.
bowlers today, they better impact the ball well.
Go grab my tracker.
So 3-0 on LeMahieu. He struck
By the
out
way, I'm
first
starting to
and
get
one in
buyout
the
offers
third.
on my business. We'll see what happens.
And the first time
They have
through,
not
he
been near high enough yet, but if I give it high
plays
enough,
very well.
it
After
might be hard to
that,
refuse.
It's a little dicey. It's the second time through, starting with LeMahieu, 3-1.
By the way, the Yankees, one of only 4 teams in baseball this year not to score at least 10 runs in a game. One of only 4 left.
Last 3 innings with Morgan, I think they would celebrate.
So 3-1
His
count.
first start of the year has been working out of the bullpen.
That's what's so fishy about this. He's not stretched out. There's a walk, second walk drawn by the Yankees
And LeMahieu
today.
works a 2-out walk. That'll bring up Judge with a run on first.
Here is Judge, who drew the other walk. Warming up as a starter is so different as a reliever. He should not be good at all today. It's that difference. That much of a difference.
So Judge walked in the first inning, and that's the only damage the Yankees have done early with a couple of walks, one by Judge and one now by LeMahieu. So it takes the sign with the
It shows the Yankees left 4 runners on base. Or excuse me, 2 runners on base, which isn't actually true. It's the same runner, so it's only 1 in all actuality.
Trying to mirror the spin from his four-seam fastball. And make that changeup grip right there, cross-seam changeup grip look like his.
It's not a cross seam, it's a circle change.
coming in.
Well, he was gripping that. Whenever you have that finger in a circle like that, that's how you circle change. That is low. That's not a strike. That's BS. So, the umpires forget Judge is 6'8". I always compensate when I get a bigger hitter up there or a smaller one. I always adjust my strike zone. Most umpires don't do that, and that's why you get these BS calls.
Forcing fastball, so you can see a different motion on that baseball.
An 0-1 pitch to Judge. Way high, even to Judge.
1-1.
Oh, Josh put a good at bat, first at bat of today, so it seems like he's seen the ball well.
So 1-1 pitch coming.
One and one.
It's got to be scary for a pitcher every time you throw a changeup and the hitter basically doesn't flinch.
So 2-1 now.
That's what Josh is seeing the ball good right now. So I feel like this is a good time to start the season going.
Well, look at Donaldson really locked in, staring at Morgan, trying to pick up something. He's not just enjoying the weather. He looks like he's locked in.
Now, what the guy was doing is any umpire's going to eject you for it. He was telling me how to do my job. They said you can't be guessing out there. You cannot say that. You say that to any umpire. You cannot be guessing on your calls. You're automatically ejected by rule. You leave the umpire with no choice.
Can be a little disconcerting at times. A little intimidating.
So 3-1 now on Judge. May see back-to-back walks here. That means Rizzo needs to come up with a big swing. What they are doing is screwing over his pitch count. It's 18 pitches to start this inning, now 45.
So 3-1 on Judge. Runner on
And if you're Judge, again, this is a good count to take a big swing. Just sit on a pitch. 3-1. He wants to get out of the inning. He's tired. And there's a drive deep into right center. Back at the track and at the wall. 2-0 Yankees. Up there, out there, and gone. Called it. What do you want to bet? The Yankees bats explode this homestand. Told you, great count. And they're probably going to put their crap out there that gets out of one park. Not true. That fence is about where that outfield fence where that went out is actually deep, about 18 of them.
Homer, 2 runs for the Yankees. Let's celebrate.
There's a prime video replay as he takes it the other way for home run number 2 on the season.
Judge's second home run and his third and fourth RBIs. When the Yankees score first this year, they are 3-0. When they hit a home run this year, they are 5-1.
When I say hitters basically taking those pitches, it's a sign that he's seeing the ball well. So Josh.
So 0-1 to Rizzo. They're probably say he went around there. They say he didn't.
So look at there, good balance, good swing, let the ball travel.
That almost got into Judge's chambers, by the way. It landed, what, about 8 feet away?
397 feet.
Yeah, 397 feet to right center. That would get out of 28 parks just by the numbers. And that's fouled away by Rizzo. It's not a good swing. That's not a good swing.
Different sound, obviously, when Judge hits the ball, but there was no vibration. That camera shot we got from the side was beautiful. When you hit the sweet spot of the bat on the barrel and launch it like that, it's almost as if it's a click, right? You don't feel anything in your hands.
You don't feel nothing. And,
whoa.
I bet Judge felt.
Over an hour ago, Jack Curry predicted Aaron Judge at a home run tonight.
No vibration.
That's fishy.
It looked effortless.
That's fishy. How would Jack Curry know that? And Jack Curry doesn't make such predictions, guys.
Just letting the ball come to try to put a good swing on it.
So Logan Allen warming up for the Guardians as Rizzo goes down on strikes for the second time today. But the Yankees get on the board. They've been missing the home runs. They've been missing the runs. And in one swing, they get two. Judge's second home run of the year. A two-run blast. The Yankees lead 2-0.
Applebee's Irresistibles are back. Now starting at $8.99. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
You don't think baseball is rigged? You're an insane fool. Baseball is as rigged as it gets. All pro sports are rigged. It's a money game.
For a little bit of history tonight. Ground ball. Kim will go to first. It's their first no-hitter in franchise history. Java Joe. No.
That's one of the fishiest no-hitters ever. Padres have no no-hitters. They acquire a pitcher from San Diego, and he happens to throw a no-hitter. What was his second start? That's not the way baseball works. My stream crashes. And by the way, yes, I had cancer. I had penile prostate cancer. I had a surgery for it. That's in my medical records. Whoever that troll is has proprietary information that is not public. They should not have. That's why they're gone. So Yankees have one hit, and it was a 2-run home run.
Sell your products everywhere with web.
Switch hitters all time with 400 or more home runs.
Look at 3 were Yankees.
Eddie Murray next, Chipper Jones, and then Carlos Beltran, followed by
And Mark Teixeira. Both Beltran and Teixeira hit that 400 home run with the Yankees.
Yeah, never in my wildest dream.
Of course, Mantle did as well. Mantle is one of only 2 switchers all time to over 500. Which is a little weird to me because a switch hitter is actually easier to hit. You have the advantage on the pitcher. They can't hardly jam you. It's very hard to pitch to a good switch hitter. Excuse me. So I'm surprised there hasn't been more of them.
Now, how difficult is it to keep both
Bad
sides
pitching to
alive?
start this one.
How much more work do you
Not even trying to hit the zone. I know it's Jose Ramirez, but still, you got to be better than this.
You know, one side hitter.
Ramirez is leading off the 4th. He's almost pitched to the minimum. Speaking of Talon. That's a strike down Broadway. I don't know what he's looking for. 2 hits allowed only on there. So, yeah, pretty good pitch game from Talon. Got an ERA of 2.84. He's the one of 3 Yankee stars. The ERA's under 3. Gumby and Cortez are the other 2. They also have Severino, so that's 4, actually.
2-1.
It's actually one of the better rotations in baseball. If Cole gets turned around, it will be the best. If Cole can fix things, remember, he's always a slow starter.
The guy who really helped me out was Kevin Long. Kevin Long was the coach for the Kansas City
I remember.
Royals.
Yeah, Kevin Long. Again, they're touting Kevin Long. Yankees should never fired him.
I want to give myself a chance to do this. And thanks God, we worked extremely hard and we were able to do it.
And the pitch. Another foul ball on a pitch literally impossible to hit due to location and speed of the previous pitch. There's no humanly possible way to adjust to that. Now, one thing I was told by a minor league hitting coach who's down in the MLB, he was with the Salt Lake Bees, was that a hitting coach's philosophy can be figured out after a few years. And then you adjust him. And he said the best hitting coach would be adjusting every season, so you can't pick up on him. That's what Kevin Long was so good at. He could adjust the approach.
Yankees got him on a ground ball a second in the first, and he's off to a great start.
A suspiciously good start. A tornado warning. Pull this up. Where'd that go? We'll do it this way, the hard way. If you are anywhere in or near Leoti, Kansas, Maranthal, Kansas, so that's Central Kansas area, you are tornado warning. They have seen a tornado in your area. Take cover. Something I do on my channel. Another foul ball. Taylor's at 51 pitches, which is suspicious. The Guardians are not good at to force the kind of pitches. Now, he's in the 4th, so it looks a little better.
1.275, 4 home runs, 20 ribbies.
Pitch.
Grounded up the middle, right
that
there.
Is right to Kiner-Falefa, and it guns him down. And if you did not hear, Ramirez got a big-time extension. He ain't going anywhere.
All right, so Carlos, better righty or lefty?
feel like I was a better hitter from the left side, even though sometimes I had my good days from the right side, but I feel like I was more consistent. Just the fact that I face more righties.
Well, I've been told by a few baseball insiders they are stunned that the MLB has offered me a couple million to retire, to stop what I'm doing. If I was offered $2 million, it'd be incredibly hard not to take it and just shut down.
Reyes, this one to right field and deep. Going back is Stanton.
How did that possibly go so far? That wasn't hit near as well as the one by Trevino. Unbelievably fishy. Unbelievably fishy. And it's for Framber Reyes, who's known to not have zero opposite field power. That is unbelievably fishy.
Yeah, he shows the fans around third baseman that he has good forearms. The way, like, he basically
get a good look at this.
Good swing, stay inside the ball.
No, there's no way that gets out. Launch angle's wrong. He doesn't have opposite field power. That is ball flight rigging right there.
Was gone as soon as he hit it.
That's ball flight rigging.
Well, that's what the Indians have been waiting for. Reyes is...
What I'm talking about is back in the 70s, Japan mastered a new system they invented to control ball flight. That's how they got Sadaharu over 800 hits, or home runs, if I could talk. Over 800 home runs.
Take a look at Fernando Reyes from the side.
Now Naylor gets a hit.
Good swing, good balance, hands inside.
No, there's no way that gets out. That's the ball flight rigging right
Keeping
there.
his eyes on the ball. It's a good swing right there.
That's a really good swing. That's just a clean hit.
Always going to give us a good chance of getting on base.
Here's Rosario. A good pitch gets you out of the inning. The double play ball. How the heck did that even get to Gallo, let alone over his head? That's literally possible. That one hit near hard enough to get over the 6'6" Gallo's head. Yeah, Judge just told him, I don't know how that got him to you. Something like that. He said, I don't know how that got. Then I couldn't see that word, then you. That's not hitting near hard. If you see that low line, there's no way that gets over 6'6" Gallo's head or even to him. Unbelievably fishy. That's ball flight rigging.
Those line drives right at you. It's confusing because you don't know if it's going to be over your head or it's going to fall in front of you. So, little hesitation right there by Gallo.
Unbelievably fishy.
Now, Carlos, I'm wondering, he's been struggling offensively. When you went through struggles, did you sometimes take it out on the field? Because obviously he's a gold glove winning.
No professional hitter does that. You don't combine it. You don't worry about the other one when you're. Like, don't worry about your hitting at all when you're on the field. You don't worry about your fielding at all when you're hitting.
It's still spinning about that previous at bat or about the performance that you have on the batter's box. So sometimes you still can carry offense to the
fishy shenanigans continue.
And it requires
unbelievably fishy shenanigans.
To try to let go and separate the two parts of the game.
There's no way a pitcher is unbelievably dumb at 3 innings. Also, just gets rocked like this.
On the left side, then back on the right side. And there's a strike.
What's that echo? I heard that pop like 3 times. That's fishy.
That shot over Gallo's head was 109.1 miles an hour. So.
Which should have kept it down. A line drive like that, the faster it is, the lower it's going to be.
Slow roller and kicks foul. So quickly 0-2.
Huge if you get a strikeout here, then get out of the inning. Got the terrible Lavastida on deck.
Donaldson in, IKF in. Trying to cut off the run. Naylor at third. Rosario is at second.
This is a double play candidate to 3 this year already. What was a line drive? Like a line into double play type thing. So not really his fault, but still. And there's the strikeout, and he's out automatically. If there was a runner on first, there wasn't to tag him. He got him. And no, the infield fly have not been effective. Need a runner on first to have the infield fly in effect.
And the best part about it is it's right over the heart of home plate. So it looks like it's a strike coming in, and then all of a sudden the bottom drops out right over the.
That is so low, it's obvious to see it's not going to be in the zone.
And that's how you get swings and misses, like that.
I never swung at those. Because I could see the drop. As soon as I saw it drop, I froze. Just let it bounce.
So here is La Bastita.
The strike. This umpire doesn't know the strike call. For baseball, it's just a point out to the side. Anything in front is softball. This guy's combining sports here.
Guardians 1 run in on the Reyes home run, looking for more. Second and third, 2 outs.
That's strike 2, and a good pitch Aaron's inning now with the strikeout. He's strikeout number 6 for Taylone. See, that was a good pitch count. He threw 70-something pitches last outing, so he should get to 90 easy. That's just a waste of a pitch. He's not going to swing at the same thing he struck out the last hitter at. He knows your game plan at that point. He's not going to flinch. Luis Medina, 2 and a 2/3 inning pitch, 2 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks, 4 Ks, a home run, 58 pitches, so a little bit underwhelming. I think Yankees prospect.
It's hard not to think back to the previous at-bat that you faced this guy and you hit a fastball.
1-2 pitch. Little bit high, but he called that a strike to 3 Yankees last inning.
So you go above the strike zone there at 95 miles an hour for Tyone.
That's just a waste of a pitch. It is not Tyone. It is Taylone. It's a Northern European name, and it does have the L sound. That yes sound only comes from South American Spanish. Not even Spain pronounces it like that.
The big spot early in this game. 2 RBIs out there at second and third with 2 outs.
The 2-2. And that should end the inning. It's a lazy fly to Judge. Or Stanton, excuse me. Stanton's in right field today. And he does put it away. I'll take a pit stop at the inning break. Can the Yankees add on to? They have Stanton, Donaldson, Gallo coming up.
Applebee's Irresistibles are back. Now starting at $8.99. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
This is one heck of a script. Looking for a little bit of history tonight. Ground ball. Kim will go to first. It's their first no-hitter in franchise history. Java Joe, no-no.
Congratulations, you're having an out-of-apartment experience because these cramped confines aren't going to fit your rapidly expanding family. But with more rental listings than anybody else, apartments.com can help you trade this love nest for
An actual nest.
baby names. For a boy, Brad. For a girl, Brad. Apartments.com, the place to find a place.
This is Roundup for lawns. This stuff works. This stuff kills weeds down to the root without killing your lawn. This stuff works on dandelions, crabgrass, clover. This stuff works for up to 3 months. This stuff works guaranteed or your money back. This stuff works on big lawns, small lawns, and I guess you can call that a lawns. This stuff works without killing your lawn. This stuff works without killing your weekend. This stuff works for the rookies and the seasoned pros. This stuff works in Knoxville, Bronxville, Rockville, Marys.
Ball go over his head, and he's talking about it, what happened. No harm, no foul, because Tyone worked out of it.
The first mistake was made out of the pitcher's hand that produced a 109-mile-an-hour line drive right at him. Hard to make a quick first step when you hit a bullet hit right at you.
Alrighty. I never really had a problem with line drives, but I knew how to eye them. I figured out a way of doing it. If they were hit like to a gap, Then I could run, seeing the side angle it helped you to get to him. They're right at me. I wouldn't move.
Now, I was talking
I'd
with,
wait for it to kind of move.
Aaron Boone today about Gallo. And we both agree.
6,200. Yankees are a 90-plus win team. They're that good.
That wanted to get off to a great start just to erase last
But if they didn't rig it, Yankees probably end up somewhere 105, 108 wins.
You know, at the beginning, he was hitting the ball well, right on the screws. He was doing everything right, but he wasn't getting results. He said, and then he's kind of fallen into a little bit of a rut. And you've had that happen to you, I'm sure.
Yeah, Michael.
Because he won't make adjustments. If Gallo would adjust, just start poking grounders the other way, get some hits, the confidence will come fast. The major issue I've had with Stanton, or Gallo. Stanton is starting to do the same thing, where he's trying to pull everything, or not really trying to hit, and that's nobody's swinging to that pitch. I'll give Stanton that.
Boone's word, Gallo has looked a little lost up there. Like, he has not done the process the way he wants.
Gallo's batting average is up from about 0.77 when it got to its lowest at 132. So he does have a few hits lately.
The 1-0.
That's nowhere near the zone. K-Bot is dead wrong. That's one where the K-Box showed it here. No, it came all the way around. It was actually out there when it got to the plate, but came back. That was nowhere near the zone. And they brought Logan Allen in. It's no longer that starter. That's way high. 2-1 count. Stanton owns lefties, so look out here. There's a reason they bring in the lefty because of Gallo.
Especially when you're on the mound as a pitcher, observing this is you're taking fastballs for strikes down the middle and not swinging the bat, and then also swinging at bad pitches. So that's
2-1. And you got to launch that if you're Stanton. You've got to launch that. No, it was not in the zone. Again, it was about right there. It was not there where it said it was. It was there when it got to the plate. Only got there and hit the glove. But that is a pitch you have to mash if you're Stanton.
I love that feeling on the mound. You smell it like sharks in blood-infested water, Michael. You just smell that.
I'm very sure he's going to try to bounce a pitch here. See where that glove is? Couldn't get it down there. Stanton fouled it away. No, it was not that far inside. So I don't like these K zones. They are way off. I wouldn't say Stanton's lost as much as I think he got cocky because he got such a hot start. And now he's taking these cocky swings. He hasn't taken a step back, cleared his mind, and gone back up there to approach yet. Because the swing I'm seeing is a cocky one where he thinks he can't be beat. He didn't come close to going around. So full count. I knew they wouldn't call that one.
Not as full.
One of the things I hate most about these announcers for these games is when they make excuses. And why even flinch at that? At his size, he knows that's nowhere near the zone. Why flinch at that? It has to be on purpose swing to get out, to rig his stats.
Never really got a pitch to hit, Carlos.
Look at that's nowhere near the zone. It's too obvious to see that's a good foot below his knee. There's no reason to flinch at that. There's no reason to flinch at see foot below his knee. So fishy. It had to be an on-purpose swing to get out. It had to be an on-purpose swing to get out. And here's Donaldson, who has 3 hits his last, I think it's 8 at bats. Including that pinch hit he had in Detroit. So he may be starting to get things going. Way outside. No hitter swinging at that crap.
1-0.
The one thing that I've always found literally impossible is how many hitters the Yankees are struggling right now. 7 of them. That's impossible. No team can have that many. That is literally impossible. I can understand 1 or 2. Not 7. That is literally impossible. Way high. Even if they have like 8 hitters batting right around 250. Where they're getting their hits, but they're not hot. Okay, I can understand that. But not as cold as they're saying these guys are.
Donaldson's second at bat.
Also, Trevino starting with over 500 batting average for 20 bats. Also, he just dropped off a cliff. That's impossible. It's not the way it is. Either you're hot, really hot, or you're in the middle, or you're cold. It can't just be hot then cold. Like that. That's not the way baseball works. It's a switch flips, is what I'm saying there. I need to send a text.
Especially these days in baseball, where a lot of times you get 4 at-bats, and 3 are with 3 different guys.
See if they green light Donaldson here.
And a walk. 3rd walk of the game for the Yankees. Last one burned them. 6 times, the Yankees have drawn 4+ walks. They're 5-1. When they get 5+ walks, they're 2-0. 1-0, they get to 6+, 7+, and 8+. Or 1-0 in all three of them. Same game there. Here is Gallo, and this, if you ask me, is why they brought this lefty Allen in. They wanted a cheap way to get him out. Now, Gallo supposedly dominates lefties. If I'm Gallo here, I'm going to look to poke one the other way. Just like a ground ball the other way, get a cheap hit. That's nowhere near the zone. I don't think they could really help Gallows if he could draw a couple walks in a row. Like 2-3 walks where he sees a lot of pitches. And then the pitching might start to panic a little bit and give him pitches to hit. Because he's walks many times.
3 infielders on the right side for Gallo.
1-0 pitch. Bounce in the dirt again. All of a sudden he's lost the zone. That's 6 straight down, found the zone.
A lot of times when we talk about Gallo, and
Now if you're Gallo, you're sitting on anything in the zone. You know this guy's struggling, so he's going to throw a cookie. Just hit the zone. So this is where Gallo could hit a home run. Straight up calling it where he could. Not going to say he's going to hit one. I'm saying he could hit one. Straight up calling it he could. Because Gallo knows, if he's a competent hitter, that he's about to get a cookie here. That was, ooh, that's a 50-50 one. I'm not sure it was in the zone. I'm glad he didn't swing, though. That's an easy double play. Led leagues in walks and strikeouts since 1986. That's fishy. 3 were Yankees on that list. Yes, Giambi was a Yankee as well. And there's the cookie pitch. He didn't swing. That's why he's not hitting. He gets the cookie, doesn't launch it as he should right there. That will always anger me to no end. That's the cookie I called. I said was coming. Right there. Now you're going to bounce when to try to get a cheap strikeout. Well, it's a pop up the other way because he hung it. If he had kept that fair, it's an easy double. And that's the type of hit that Gallo could use. When a little bloop hits, it just gets down somehow. That was a good swing, though, that he did make contact with that. He was trying to go the other way with it. That's an encouraging sign there.
Big crowd here at the stadium on this Friday evening.
Now, again, Stanton isn't lost. His swings are cocky. As if he's purposely doing bad. And there's no excuse on that pitch to miss it. There is no excuse. There's an other swing where it looks like it's an on-purpose swing to strike out. You can see his hips don't rotate the way they should to where he could hit that. It is swings if he's not even trying to hit it. As if purposely getting out. Look, no hip rotation there. Just an ugly swing as if he's purposely swinging and missing there.
Clearly a strike.
From hip opening too early.
Exactly what I was saying. There's no proper hip rotation. There's nothing in that swing that tells me he's actually trying to hit that ball. That's an on-purpose swing and miss. And Torres taking that is on purpose. That's a pitch. In 2019, he would have sent flying to the right field corner.
Well, Michael, honestly speaking, a lot of times as a player, no matter how good sometimes you can be in the game, you face moments where you doubt.
I'd love to see Heat win that series over Atlanta. Atlanta's not going to be in the postseason. They were one of 5 teams that are nowhere near as good as their record. The league rigged it to give them that record, including the Suns, Golden State, Toronto, Chicago, even Memphis. They're all teams nowhere near as good as their record.
I want that to leave my system.
1-1 now. That bounces in. He's only hit the zone with 4 of his like 16 pitches. Something like that. Just struggling to hit the zone. And again on that pitch, if Gallo were really trying to hit it, he would have stayed close and just tried to flick it down the left field line. Just try to flick it past third to the left field corner.
I don't want to make adjustment after that bat because once after that bat is just gone, I want to be able to do it during that bat.
And that's a pitch Torres needs to launch. You cannot be taking that.
Well, a lot of times I feel like, lefties against lefties, right now it seems to me like he has a lot of tendency of pulling the ball. So when you think about pulling the ball a lot, that hit, it will open. So I feel that, with his power and his strength, he has to stay in the middle of the field.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. 2-1 Yankees over the Guardians. Driven into right center field on the run is Stroy. He's going to play on a hop. Moving to third is Donaldson, and that's the type of hit that you like to see from Gleyber Torres. He goes up the middle or to right center field. That means his swing is where he wants it to be.
It's a good swing by Glaber right there. Little slider, stay with the pitch, stay inside the ball, shoot it to right center. It's a good feeling every time you're capable of hitting the ball to opposite field and you get the result that you're looking for. It's a good way to start.
Here's a replay. Crystal clear prime video.
Beautiful swing by Glaber.
Really trying to stay
Yes.
within himself there, right?
That was. He finally stayed back and just poked it. See if IKF can get another run in here.
No hitter staying within his swing.
Knowing he has a struggling pitcher on the mound. Never near the zone! That's another one that goes around the plate. That's never near the strike zone. You can see clear as day. It's a foot and a half outside when it gets to the plate.
Last 8 games, 10 for 23. That follows a 1 for 17 in the previous 5.
And again, that's way too hot of a jump there. And that's going to drive a run, and it'll be in the gap, but they'll cut it off. 3-1. IKF gets an RBI. He's had his first career Yankees RBI.
And he slides back into first with an RBI single. And it is 3-1 Yankees.
Another great at-bat by the Yankees.
Those are the type of RBIs that win games. Those 2-out RBI hits. They drive pitchers berserk. Everybody think Gallo sucks. No, he does not. What I am seeing is no coaching at all. So the hitting coach is only trying to work with him. Maybe him being proud, but mostly him not even trying. I think with Stanton, it could be trying too hard because he's cocky. And Torres did get to third there. And for IKF, it's his second RBI as a Yankee. Now here is Trevino. If you want to go for the kill shot here, Trevino hits a home run. That about ends the game. Even an RBI single here will hurt him even more. Like till LeMahieu on deck. Something I know about DJ LeMahieu, he's striking out way too much last year and this year. Even 2020.
It's a good feeling.
Of course, last year he was hurt, so he couldn't really do his normal swing. There was a strikeout spike for him, though, in 2020.
A lot of times, the big game of thinking about homers, that doesn't happen every day. So you have to play the game.
So first and third now with 2 outs. Here's Jose Trevino.
So here's Trevino. Way high.
And a strike.
You kidding me? That's 8 inches up! Out of the zone! Is the umpire trying to cheat the inning over? I really hope Trevino hits a home run now. It looks like him pulling down left field line and dropping that second deck, and he's got that kind of power. Trevino's got about 5 ribbies this year. And he's forced to swing at that. That would be a ball, if not for the BS cheating umpire. It'd be a 2-0 count right now, if not for the BS cheating umpire.
It's good to see the Yankee offense.
And yes, there's a vast difference between a hitter being lost and a hitter they're trying too hard or not even trying. They're 3 different things. There's a pop-up up and out of play. A hitter being lost is what IKF was the first while. The first several days of the season. Or games of the season.
These are moments of a lot of pressure when you want to come through with 2 outs, but also it's a lot of satisfaction when you're capable of coming through for your team.
0-2 pitch.
Runner goes.
And that's hit well to the left, but not well enough. It should have been caught, I'm going to say. It should have been caught, but it should have got deeper than that. He hit it much harder than that. So the Yankees wasted their RISP, but they are 1 for 2 today in RISP at bats.
Biggest sale of the season at Furniture Row.
Doing pretty well there, despite.
Everything is on sale. Save
There's some of these illegal ads over the stream. They can't do that. It's illegal. Let's see what this is. Interesting. I'll go ahead and have that. The IKF is comfortable finally, so I will say that if he keeps it throughout this season, he'll prove his worth.
So, are you excited?
I am, but I'm a little nervous. This
You wondering about the Heat score? It's 27-26 Atlanta over Miami with 10:21 to go in the second quarter. St. Louis blatantly cheating to beat the Reds. The Cardinals are nowhere near as good as their record. They're one of those baseball teams that way. It's 1-0 Atlanta over Miami. 0-0 Cubs, Pirates, Toronto, and Houston tied at 0. Only games going right now. By the way, with the AL East standings after the rigged games yesterday, the Yankees are tied with Tampa Bay at 7-6, a game behind the 8-5 Blue Jays. So, the Yankees have allowed by far a wide margin, the least amount of runs in the AL East. O's are second somehow. They don't have the pitching to be second. So the Red Sox continue to tank. They're 6-7. They can't get above 500. They've got pitchers found guilty of cheating as well. The Rays are as fishy as it gets. They go on a 1-5 stretch. Also won the last 2 games. That's not the way baseball works. They continue to struggle. And how about the Astros? 6-6. They're 4th in the AL West. The Rangers being 3-9 is as fishy as it gets. They're a 500 team. I picked the Mariners to win the division. They're game out. So keep that in mind. Angels will not keep winning at that pace. But they're on. Rich pitcher to Carlos Beltran hit his most career home runs against. Wow. Not even sure Carlos Beltran can give you an answer on that one.
He's a former, at that point, Indian, now Guardian player, but he's not on this Guardian team, but he was an Indian. So.
Is he still active, the pitcher?
He played for a long time.
Yeah.
Played for a long time.
Beltran knows. Beltran knows.
I think he's retired. He's gone. He's home.
So when he retired,
waste of a pitch there. I don't even know why you're throwing that kind of a pitch to start the inning out. You should be just buzzing one in there.
Long career, and I think he was able to make a little bit of a transition because he was a hard thrower. He ended up become a sinker ball thrower.
CC Sabathia?
I think I might know, but he's throwing out.
He just pointed at CC Sabathia. There's a strike.
To Jimenez.
Interesting. There's my cousin in the bullpen. I don't know why he's warming up this early. Thinking of CC Sabathia. And there is a slow roller. Oh, that's an out. They cheat to call him safe. They cheated to call him safe, but he was clearly out. Clear as day. Talon's foot was there before he slid in.
David, how difficult was those plays as a pitcher?
Out. Clear as day, out.
And sometimes you slow down a little too quickly. See, Tyon's coming out. He had off-season ankle surgery.
Out.
Quickly there. He knows right.
The umpire's got the wrong angle on that as well.
Rizzo's too far to go.
Well, that angle gives it a different view. The first angle shows he might have been safe.
Giving himself up. Clearly safe.
Okay. So the far angle show him safe, the close one show him, or the far angle show him out, the close one show him safe. Weird. Makes me wonder he got down the line that fast, because usually it's impossible to beat the pitcher to the bag.
Every coach and manager.
That's a strike. You better call that. Was in the zone all the way.
Insist that you slow down when you dive in the first base. That you should just run through. We get you faster. Did you ever dive in, Carlos?
A lot of times, and it's just a reaction, Michael. A lot of times, you know, when you're going down the line and you smell that hit, you're just thinking, I need to get there. I need to give my team a chance. You know, look at him. He's looking down. He's just thinking, I need to get there. A lot of times, you know, he's just not thinking. He's just like diving in what feels good to you.
We saw Brett Gardner do it all the time.
Yes, he did it all the time.
Don't worry about injury. We've seen some severe injuries. Catch your shoulder on the bag, jam your shoulder.
I never did. I used to always dive hand first because I could maneuver. You can't really maneuver when you go feet first. And I never came close to hurting anything. Even when you get a bag that's a little bit up, you get a finger under it. I would always hold a hand up like that to make sure I got me on the top of the bag. Of course, I come from a baseball family. I was trained how to do it. A lot of these players do not. By the way, the 2 lowest watched games tonight. Actually, let's give the 3. The 2 Amazon Prime games and the 2 Apple TV games. And there's one that's on both. That's why I can say 2 on each. They are just getting poor viewership. 10% of normal ratings. That's the St. Louis and Cincinnati game. Texas and Oakland. Just going up, fans signed up to watch that one. I can give numbers that are going to be very low. And then this one has 8% of normal viewers for Yankees game. And that is a pitch literally humanly possible not to swing at. Very fishy take. The Indians are on the list of Giants hitting teams.
There's the career of Sandy Alomar Jr., 20 seasons.
It's got another message from a reporter. Said, do not say who I am, but I'm stunned that nobody's trying to buy you out to get rid of you. I keep getting those messages from different people. Even an MLB exec told me that.
For the base runners and fifth base.
That pitch is literally supposed to make contact with. The latest he swung, that should have been in Trevino's glove before he got the bat anywhere near the plate.
It's another great baseball family, right? Sandy Alomar Sr., Jr. there, Robbie Alomar. Legendary.
Yeah, that's an Alomar over there at first base, the first base coach. I believe it's the former catcher, Sandy Alomar.
Now I'm going to give you a great trivia question that you can bring up.
And the count is illegally 2-2. And I'm blaming that one more on Talon than the umpires. Though he did go around there. That's just a brain dead pitch to throw there. You need to go back with a high fastball. You probably blow him away.
People just don't remember he was on that team. Against Mark Littell. 2-2.
And that is an easy out for Judge, or Stanton, excuse me. Thought Judge was going to get up, but Stanton grabbed it.
Now this is an at-bat that a lot of Yankee fans remember. This is against Mariano Rivera in his first year as the closer in the 97 playoffs.
Colonia. Trying to steal the home.
It was after that game and that at-bat that Mariano Rivera went back to the drawing board and learned how to front door that cutter to right-handed batters. Wow. At that point in his career, everything was away to righties.
So one down here. A good pitch led this inning.
In the 98 World Series, Bruce Bochy, the manager of the Padres, actually pinch hit right-handed batters for left-handed batters because of the effectiveness.
By the way, I never struck out because I was always getting one of the first few pitches in play. Because I tried bouncing if you get a 2-0, then try to get me a swing through one. I could get that one in play. I had quick hands and incredible hand-eye coordination.
1-0 to Kwan.
Kwan stopped his swing way too early than that. He had to know it was coming to stop that fast. I know it was rising, but those can drop again.
49 strikes.
And the speed drops off him late in the movement. That's foul back, and I played 91.
One more.
Said cutter. Look, Marcatucci kind of came back a little bit. And all my games are canceled the rest of this week. I don't have a game till Tuesday.
Just 4 swings.
Just weather.
A 5.3% whiff rate. That's the best in Major League Baseball.
So 1-1 pitch.
And this is a sport.
Ooh, I was wondering if he was going to call it. He did. And I hate when he makes a stupid out sign. Yeah, point. For a strike, you point straight out to the side. Not the outside. The outside is only for softball.
It's impressive that he has been able to only miss 4 times this season.
One, two.
That's a waste of a pitch. He overthrew it. He's trying so hard to get speed on that. He left his hand back, and as it comes off, it goes up. He overthrew it. Puts down in the zone. It's an easy strikeout.
What a great feeling for a younger player to receive that from your manager.
Line drive into center.
And he cheats to get a single to center field and pitch. You literally humanly possible hit. Out. Don't run on Judge, you idiot. What I'm talking about is he fouled up a fastball up and in previous pitch. It's down and away. There's no humanly possible way to adjust to that. Explains that ball to left center. There's no reason to try on that. Umpire's a little close to the bag, but he still made the right call. I tried to be 3-4 feet further back. Clearly out.
You know, it's impressive to see Judge throwing from the outfield.
See, clearly out by a mile.
With a powerful arm and a good accuracy.
We need some spin rate on that, right? We talk about pitchers enforcing accuracy and spin.
You can see right there why he was out. He slowed down. If he doesn't slow down, he's in easily.
From his high release point, perfect backspin, so the throw is accurate and stays on line.
Carlos, you also saw as he's rounding second, there was a little bit of a hesitation. Why would he have gone then after that point? What did he say?
I just said that.
Sometimes as a runner, you know, you just think that that ball maybe might be end up a little bit into a left center. So a lot of time when you're running, you don't get to see a good read on that play right there, and you have to understand that Judge has a good arm. So Josh will be able to.
Judge has the best arm in baseball. Don't care what you say. He's got the best arm in baseball.
That throw from Judge, 90.6 miles per hour.
On the button.
What I was about to say, though, was it a little bit fishy how Donaldson stumbled out of that. A little bit fishy.
The one thing that Francona could talk to Jimenez about, you got Ramirez coming up. You better make sure you're going to make it. Don't make it out on the bases.
See that stumble? That is fishy. You set your feet right. You just get the tag, take a step back.
Make a bad judgment and put yourself in the hole.
Drill deep to right field.
Foul.
That ball is a foul ball.
Could tell he got a round on it off the bat, just where he hit it.
Who's the birthday boy?
Thought his birthday was in September. So to pitch. Oh, he went.
No, he did
They're
not.
never going to say anybody went around. This is
Big
fishy.
ball by Lipka. This will give a great hitter like Ramirez another swing.
Oh, he went.
Hold up, right?
Close, but seems like he was able to keep that barrel.
No, he went.
Back.
Pretty close to breaking the plane.
They need to redefine that rule, but he went there.
No matter.
That one gets away from Trevino, but Kwan stays put.
I was thinking, Carlos, before this at bat, as you see the second straight curveball down, as Trevino
A
doesn't
little bit
know where
out
it
of
is,
bounds, but yeah.
knew where it hit on his chest protector. You got first base open here, even though.
But how odd is it now that umpires wear their gear under their uniform?
You still have righty on righty.
How odd is that one?
This guy's all world.
Just weird to me because it used to be out where everybody could see it like catcher's gear.
Challenged in this particular.
Notice that changed somewhere around 2008 to 2010.
Pitch around him and keep the base back, even though
I do too because that's the instructions from
Reyes
the
hit a homer.
umpire association here.
And if there's one guy in the lineup you pick to not let beat you, it's this guy right here.
Ramirez. 2-2 pitch. Just wasting pitches. That pitch is too easy to foul out because he hadn't swung in, what, 3 pitches? 2-3 pitches, something like that? That's too easy to reach out, poke foul. And that would not have been called a strikeout, would have been a ball.
Just got a piece to stay alive.
That one was fishy, though. Speed difference, of a location difference, that one was fishy.
It's been a good mix of pitches from Jamison Tyone tonight.
It's not Tyone. That's only if it comes from Spanish descent. It is not. It comes from Northern European descent.
Team change.
It's Talone.
Generally throws about 5% or so changeups. Tripled that usage here tonight.
I think he needs to go to fastball here. Try to blow a fastball by him.
We kind of continue to see Jamison Tyone evolve into what type of pitcher he's going to be. Become completely unpredictable now.
And that's it in the inning.
Popped up, shallow center. Here comes Judge, and he puts it away for the
Largest outfield in baseball back for this game, by the way.
We're halfway through.
Well, it's that trade Gallo for, what's his name? Just got Reynolds goes through. Reynolds is 6'4". Could still be one of the largest outfields ever. And there's this illegal ad over the stream. That is illegal. And the Yankees add to it's not an official game. The Yankees up 3-1 after the top of the 5th. By the way, a retired MLB player. He asked me not to mention his name, but he admitted to me, yes, players are told when it is set up or rigged for a no-hitter in baseball. They're told they cannot try. They just have to swing it and try to get lazy flies or ground balls.
What's in your wallet?
Whoa.
This Little Caesar stuffed crust pizza is really stuffed.
Boy, this is how you stuff a crust.
Is it too stuffed?
Probably not. Little Caesar's cheesy stuffed crazy bread is
It's not that good.
crazy.
I have one of those pizzas. It's not that good. That crazy bread is actually pretty good, but not the pizza.
If you're always asking, where next? Capital One has a new class of travel card for you. Venture X. Earn 10x miles on hotels and 5x miles on flights booked through Capital One Travel. Venture X. What's in your wallet?
Philips presents One Blade. Trim, edge, shave. For every...
An article pops up. Brian Cashman days with the Yankees are numbered. Remember, I was told he's retiring. Keep that in mind.
1-7-0 for the Guardians. Eli Morgan started with 3. Jameson Tyone, 5 innings, 7 hits, 1 run. Has not walked about. He's had 1 walk the first 3 games of the season for his first 3 starts.
So Mayo will lead off means Judge will come to plate and Rizzo will come to the plate. I love having Rizzo bat third, but I need to see him really get going. Get the batting up to 270s, 280s. Start rolling. Tanner Tolley, another lefty, comes in. ERA of 7. Again, they're bringing him in because Rizzo was up in the inning.
9 innings, 12 strikeouts, just 1 walk with a 7.
He's got an email.
This is major league debut.
Okay, that's nothing.
Big cut, swing and a miss.
DJ, what was that? That swing was ridiculously bad. It's the type of swing that'll get you out 100 times out of 100 if you make contact. It was late, wasn't even trying to get a hit. It looked like he was trying to pop it up the other way.
27 years
And that one he was a little better on. 91 though, you should never be behind. You should never be behind a pitch unless it's over 95. Now they're going to try to bounce when they strike DJ out. By the way, that kind of a grip on a wooden bat is actually illegal. I do not know why they're not ejecting the bat first and then the player. If he tries to use it again, that's the process of things. You're not allowed to have a grip on a wooden bat. And DJ rolls over, one that 90% of the time he usually pokes the other way. That's fishy. Here's Judge with the 2-run home run, his last at bat. Judge is 1 for 1 with the home run, 2 RBIs and a walk.
So here's Judge, walked in the first, 2-run home run in the third, big throw in the 5th.
By the way, I do believe the Yankees will up their offer to Judge in the offseason. We'll see if they get together on numbers. And I don't think he'll talk to the team until he's talked with the Yankees and try to work out the Yankees. And that's a pitch you got to drill the other way. There's no excuse. It's right there. Perfect pitch to launch into the second deck to right.
Which is, impressive. After playing right field, playing center field, sometimes can take time.
We forget what a
1-1 count, that was the ball.
athlete Aaron Judge is, and really was coming up through. Amateur level, Division I quality, probably tight end or receiver. Same on basketball.
And you got to launch that. What is Judge doing?
Coming up through high school.
That's 2 pitches he has taken. There is no excuse for him not to have launched.
Throwing arm. We know he can do that.
If Judge strikes out here, it's rigged.
Runs well.
If Judge strikes out here, it's rigged.
Giancarlo Stanton.
Because he would cover the 3 true outcomes in this game alone in the last 3 at-bats. But he's taken 2 pitches. There's no excuse not to have crushed. And I don't buy this stuff getting caught off guard by a pitch you're not ready for. Because no matter what the pitch was, I would rock a ball.
After being such a big guy,
If it was in the zone.
he had done an incredible job simplifying his
And I learned how to tell by the hook what kind of a pitch it was, or the movement on it, very quickly because I knew a fastball was going to stay mostly straight, a changeup was going to stay mostly straight, etc. Now full count on Judge. What's new? I'll be surprised they don't walk him here and go after Rizzo at this point.
You know, that was a pitch over his head, but at the same time,
A little bit of an advantage to the hitter on a full count.
flinched. He just all seeing the baseball. Good swing.
Great swing there. He almost launched another one.
Hey, you bring up a great point, Carlos. The evolution of Aaron Judge's swing. He's cut down that strikeout rate almost every year. Showed that graphic earlier in 2017 where he led the league in walks and strikeouts and also had an MVP caliber season, but that has gone down. The strikeout rate has gone down. Walk rate has remained consistent.
Payoff pitch. Hammered to right. Up there, out there, and gone. Multi-homer game. First time the Yankees had a multi-homer game all year. That was a rocket.
It's good to see Josh coming through today with pair of homers, 2 blasts to right field, which is even better. A lot of times as a hitter, when you're capable of hitting homers to your pull side, it feels good, but when you hit them to the opposite side, it feels even better.
Says a guy who hardly ever went the opposite way.
1 home run coming into this game, 2 home runs in this game. Here's Rizzo. And there's a strike.
Just so disciplined with his approach, Carlos. It just stays right there, thinking one thing, drive the
The
ball
same
out.
pitch that he got for a pitch about. This time he goes, nah, that's not going to work. Hit that about 8 rows deep to that short porch, so 0-1 to Rizzo. And there's a pop-up. That means he was late on it. And I'm going to say if the infielder gets anywhere near that, it's fishy. Center fielder, not as much.
Look at that. Nothing moving forward, just rotational. Let them
And look where Judge's hips are there. Nowhere near as far around as Gallows were his last at-bat till the ball is gone.
Nothing moves forward. Man, you're really slowing down that pitch. Good swing.
Meat of the bat.
We always talk about Yankee Stadium. This guy's swing is tailor-made for Yankee Stadium. Usually you're talking about a left-handed batter.
I will say I'll be very surprised if he's not a Yankee next year.
In the history of this stadium, both versions, I don't think there's been a better right-handed hitter in terms of his swing tailor-made for a ballpark than Aaron Judge is here at Yankee Stadium.
Why is Stanton flinching at that? It's obvious that's never another zone. That has been on-purpose pitch or swing there.
He's always right there, always looking to drive the ball to right field here.
I agree with you, David, and everything start in the cage, following by batting practice toward the game. You know, I was
For
seeing
Judge, that's
George
home run
today,
number 3 for him.
practice, and he was eating balls.
RBI up to 5. So if he's starting to get going, the Yankees are going to take off. Judge can carry a team.
It's a good feeling because when the game starts, the adrenaline is going to put you into pulling baseballs. But the fact that he's able to stay with his plan, staying with his BP
Now 3-1 on Stanton. I would not be surprised at all if he draws a walk.
That's real good. That's consistency.
You have to give some credit to our colleague Jack Curry, who picked in the pregame show that Judge was going to hit a home run in the game. I should have said 2, that it would be really impressive. That was on the Yes
Fouled
pregame
off.
show.
It's even more fishy. Jack Curry says he's going to run, he hits 2. That makes it seem set up. And yes, you could set that up so our Judge knows when that pitch is going to be up and away and he can take a good swing at it.
She rocked it too. She rocked that desk.
And now Stanton smokes one to the left field corner.
So he picks up a 2-out.
He'll stop for a single. Another rocket hit for the Yankees. And Stanton 1 for 3 now.
Look at that. serious. Yeah.
So here's Donaldson. Rain starting to pour at Wrigley. I'd be surprised if that game isn't postponed.
Fridays throughout the course of this season. We have 20 left, so I'm looking forward to bringing all the Yankees info in the future.
Meredith actually brings that desk back to the apartment. Yeah.
Just for practice?
Yeah.
I must live in some palatial estate, Michael. My goodness, that desk is huge. Hey, if you're lucky, maybe I'll invite you to be a guest on the show.
That'd be nice. Like the old Seinfeld Merv Griffin show. You'll have your own show in the house.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm too young for that.
Merv Griffin.
Wow. She's too old for Seinfeld.
Ooh, how is that called a ball?
Joey Gallo on deck.
One. That's 6 inches further away from the last pitch. I think he's going to call it.
It's 9-4-45 before that hit. It's good to see the guys in the middle of the lineup being able to get into the base path and being able to get on base. That's what you want. You want to get on base. You want to get good results.
Ooh. How are the Yankees behind 91 again? You should never be behind any pitch unless it's 95 plus. It's too easy to get around on something that's 93, 94, even 91 like that.
Over a shorter stretch of time, Carlos, with his 0 for 2 tonight, was 1 for 21. So when you need a hit, you need a hit. He just got one there. Count 3 and 2, so that's going to release Stanton at first. 3-2, 2 outs.
I'm been in those shoes, Michael. I remember when I got traded from the Yankees to the Rangers, I went like 0 for 35.
Ooh.
And I was praying to God just for a hit. You know.
So full count now on Donaldson.
But at the same time, you have to believe in yourself. You have to understand.
Donaldson's open with a walk today. One of 3 Yankees walks. And fouled that one away. Again, looks like he's behind in his 92. If I'm the pitcher right here, I put the 4 up, get Donaldson out of there, and take a shot at Gallo because you know he's not even trying.
Good ambience in the clubhouse. You know, being in the league for a long time, you kind of like, it's a easy transition. I still unconsciously put pressure on me because I wanted to do so well that put me on that hole.
And there's the walk. 4th walk of the game for the Yankees. Donaldson's second.
Tanner Tully in his major league debut running this up.
Remember, when the Yankees draw 4+ walks, they are 5-1 on the year.
Michael used to see Donaldson walking for the 2nd time in a row.
It is impressive. It looks like he's calming down. Now I think they purposely walk in the area, even if they don't say it, because they want to face Gallo. It's a lefty-lefty matchup.
Sometimes, you know, when you go to hit, you want to get the result of getting the hit, but the walks really bring confidence to the hitters.
That's a great point. And Donaldson had really kind of been pressing a bit. His strikeout rate was up, his walk rate was down, so yes, that's more like the Josh Donaldson of old right there, his approach at the plate. So nice pickup.
Well, the home plate umpire, Jim Reynolds, trying to break things up. Finally does.
So this is an at-bat
Donaldson's in first. 2 men out, 1 run in on the Judge home
where
run.
Gallo could break out of the slump with a good swing. Or any one of those lucky blue hits. He's got to realize 2 things. One, he's got a tired pitcher, been out there for a while. 2 outs, 2 on after 2 big counts. He's giving up a home run. You have to realize you got the advantage if you're Gallo. 2, you got to realize after that walk, he's going to try to hit the zone here, and you're going to get a cookie pitch. He got a cookie pitch, and somehow that goes directly to first baseman off the bat. It was headed directly between first and second. Now I can say it would have been a hit, but that was center between first and second off the bat. That is a bad at bat for Gallo.
And then he said, no, let's do it again. A liner to the short porch. All Judge, all night.
Applebee's Irresistibles are back. Now starting at $8.99. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
This is one heck of a script. Looking for a little bit of history tonight. Ground ball. Kim will go to first. It's their first no-hitter in franchise history. Java Joe, no.
Whoa. This Little Caesar stuffed crust pizza is really stuffed.
Boy, this is how you stuff a crust.
Is it too stuffed?
Probably not.
Little Caesar's Cheesy Stuffed Crazy Bread is, well, crazy. Walk in and walk out with Cheesy Stuffed Crazy Bread and Crazy Sauce for only $3.49.
Pizza.
For me, one of the best things about life is that we keep moving forward. We discover exciting new technology. Redefining who we are and how we want to live our lives. Basically, using the things to keep moving. What's your go-to thing?
Checking on something right now.
By Toyota, let's go places.
Well, Jameson Tyone just keeps on keeping on. And to me, when I watch him pitch now, he's completely unpredictable, throwing all kinds of different pitches. The 4-seam fastball's still there. The curveball over the top has good spin. 5 innings, 7 hits, 1 run on the home run, but no walks again. Attacking the strike zone to go with 5 strikeouts. Another good outing from Jameson Tyone, who's up to about 84 pitches tonight in 5 innings.
And that's going to do it for him, as the Yankees will go to Michael King.
Yeah, my cousin's in. Tylone in line for the win. He cannot lose it.
King's done everything the Yankees could have
Tylone.
asked. 10 strikeouts in 7 2/3 innings. 1 save.
Michael King's been dominant this year.
And he's picked up
Just say that.
as well. And the first pitch to Reyes is a ball, 1-0. It'll be Reyes, Naylor, and Rosario. Reyes with a home run in the 4th inning, a solo shot, the only run for the Guardians. Two and 0.
What in the weird?
Well, the Yankee bullpen has been exemplary. It's unbelievable how well they've pitched, and they've had to cover a lot of innings because really couldn't stretch the starters out in 3 weeks of spring training. But every single arm out of that bullpen has just stepped up and done the job, and King has really opened some eyes. He has said, you know, he still wants to be a starter, but he's so valuable coming out of the bullpen as a swing guy. I don't know if he's going to get the start this year.
That was not a strike. That should have been a walk. Take it, but that was out of the zone.
Versatility too is something that is really enticing.
By the way, I'm being shadow banned on here.
You can put them in short relief.
I'm getting 3, 4, 500 per live, yet it's only showing a very small amount. And that's in the zone. Yes, I thought he wasn't going to call it. So count goes full. See if that bad call ends up getting Reyes out. But yes, it's showing me a lot lower numbers I'm actually getting in my lives.
Lock you up. Get the call.
I like it.
What would be a good pitch here? If you could hit that lower outside corner with the fastball, it'd be perfect pitch.
3-0. He got a little break right there. Pitch like off the.
They'll try to say the same thing I am.
For a ball, was a ball, but they call it strike, and now the son, he throw a good curveball to put himself in the 3-2 count.
I do not know what he's looking at that one. Free strikeout. Perfect pitch to rocket. Hard to elevate, but easy to rocket into the outfield. It's in the zone the whole way. What is he looking for? You throw that at me, and I'm whacking it. Wow.
And now this 2-seamer. There's the grip and the release. Pitch gets a lot of plate as it runs.
A lot of action.
after looking like it was going to be outside.
Gamble fouls it away into the second net. Third base line.
That's another career strikeout for Michael King, by the way. Congrats, my cousins.
Got a four-seamer there. We just saw it 97 miles an hour. And the two-seamer that struck out Reyes is very hard to master.
Ground ball. Short right field. Torres there. 2 down.
Be interesting to see next year the shift is banned. How many hits get through that aren't getting through this year, like that one?
You're probably looking, is this guy throw a two-seamer? Is he a sinker baller? Is he a power guy? King is kind of both. He can give you two different looks with his fastball alone.
So hard, David, when you face a guy that throws so hard and use the sinker and at the same time can throw a forcing fastball like 97 like that. I mean, a lot of times you want the guy to really throw you all sinkers. Don't throw me the forcing. So I can take a pitch less from what I'm thinking.
King's pitching well.
0-1 on Rosario. Rosario 1 for 2, double to left over the head of Gallo in the 4th inning. That might have been the game right there, David. After the Reyes home run, Gallo with a single, Rosario with a double, and Tyone got out of it. Struck out Bradley and got La Bastida fly to right.
It's a big spot, and then also facing Ramirez too as well. The first base open got him out, but you're right, Michael.
And that was a tough at bat, 7 pitches. He was able to bat.
Impossible hit there. On a 0-2 pitch, you cannot do that.
Against King, and that'll bring up Bobby Bradley.
Bobby Bradley, 071. Do you think the Yankees isn't bad? They got nothing on this guy. Now look at the Indians lineup. They got 5 guys well over 300. Another one just above 300. 3 of those over 400. Weird swing. Okay. Yankees are 10 outs away from a big W to start their homestand. And the Indians came into this game one of the hottest teams of baseball. Offensively. Just like the Blue Jays and the Yankees shut the Blue Jays down, they're shutting the Indians down.
0-2.
Ooh, I'm not trying to swing at that one, even if it's a check swing. That looked like it's in the zone 90% of the way.
The boys you hear in the background, they're doing the wave here at the stadium. Working from third base to first
A
base.
fishy thing for you. Very fishy. No baseball player with the name Bradley, last name Bradley, has ever batted right-handed. One was a switch hitter, but never primarily right-handed. That's a strike called a ball. That's been called a strike every time this game other than that one. If that had been costing the Yankees, they need to protest the game. That's in the zone. That is in the zone. What is the umpire looking at?
Just missed for that two-seamer off the inside corner at 97.
Swing.
That's a lazy swing, as if he's giving in, just swinging and missing, getting nose preview for the strike. Interesting. Yankees have coming to the plate in the next inning. The bottom of the order, Torres, Falefa, and Trevino.
Applebee's Irresistibles are back. Now starting at $8.99. Now that's eating good.
My King is better than most people think. I'll go ahead and say it.
One heck of a script. Looking for a little bit of history tonight. Ground ball. Kim will go to first. It's their first no-hitter in franchise history. Java Joe, no-no.
Our task is to detect money laundering threats fast. So we use random forests to detect the riskiest cases and quickly alert investigators. Keeping tabs on suspicious activity, that's machine learning at Capital One.
Top target, the transporter, making his commitment to Memphis. Kendrick Davis to Memphis. Don't know why they're doing the wave. It's a little odd. And there are at least severe thunderstorm warnings in 29 states right now. Tornado warnings in about 18 of them. A little bit odd.
Could hang in the gallery, but it looks best in our signature glass.
Okay.
One of a kind.
Let's go double check this.
Reproduced or retransmitted in any form.
Thank you.
Descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent
Man.
of the New York Yankees. 4-5-0 for the Yanks.
They're starting to cancel all those, but man, lots of severe weather today.
On a beautiful Friday evening in front of a big crowd at Yankee Stadium.
It's an offensive explosion for the Yankees tonight.
Every Yankee starting pitcher this season have allowed 3 earned runs or less in every start in all 14 games. Oh, that was close to being a double. I think it was foul. That was close. Torres. Maybe that far? That was close. I had one yesterday. I called it fair by rule. It was where it bounces in front of the bag, goes right above the first base bag down the line. I had to call it fair. It was above the bag because it went by. That is a fair ball by rule. And that is a pitch he should launch, and he pops up. Thought for a second he was going to get down. The fielders were coming together. It doesn't look like he was going to grab it, but they end up being an out.
Come on, Carlos, be honest.
If I'm the Yankees, I trade Torres to highest bidder. I move on. He's not helping the team. He has hit today, but still batting under 200. He's not helping the team.
Hey, Daddy's got to go work today. And he's like, oh, Daddy, you playing today? I said, no, Daddy's not playing, but Daddy's got to go to work. So happy to be here, guys. Happy to be here with you guys. You know, you guys are great.
Well, great to have you with us as part of the family this year. Falefa fouls it away.
I could get you a fastball in the old timers game. Maybe you go upper deck.
You know what, David? I've seen you in the past, and you pitch well, brother.
Man, this is choppy.
Your fastball is right there. You won the.
So who's got
low? It's a ball. 1-1.
Tino got me. Jesse Barfield got me.
Nice.
Matsui scared me.
1-1 to Falefa. Kinder Falefa. I always confuse his name. I think they should mandate players go by one last name. So he has to pick Kinder or Falefa. This might get down. Nope. Straw got there. Where's he going? It's only 2 out. Now I realize he's turning around, embarrassed. So here comes Trevino.
You're right, Michael. Took a step back, thinking that ball was going to be deeper than that, but he was able to recuperate. And seems to me like he has good wheels.
Now, is the step back just off the swing, or did he misjudge it off the bat?
Sometimes, you know, you take a step back, and it's a reaction. You know, a lot of times, you know, your first reaction, you want to stay still and then move forward.
Foot wide of the zone. This game does feel over, as they mentioned. It does make the Indians a amount of rally, especially the pitching the Yankees have. And if I am Boone, I'm not putting King back out there for another inning.
1-0.
Hammer down the left field line. If fair, it's gone. Nope, hook foul. That's when you get a little antsy. You see it's hanging, you just rip it when you should have waited just a split second longer.
Good memories, David.
See, you love it, man. You really want him to hit the ball upstairs. Let me tell you something, man. You're a good actor. You pretend you didn't like it, but I know you like it.
And now Trevino swings over one that if he sits back, goes the other way, he probably puts out the second deck. That's a lot of time when they'll miss a pitch off the plate. Is trying to pull up when they shouldn't.
Which is the last move on the last game of last out of the perfect game.
Just reactionary, yes. You know, I was expecting Matsui to put a good swing on it, but he wasn't that far removed from being an active player.
Right.
And that made a really loud sound off of his bat that day.
2-2 pitch. Fouled away.
Which is mean to me.
I'm a little surprised Tilly's still in this game.
Didn't really show up that day.
He's not used to going this long, but yeah.
He's been swinging before in order for
Tully,
you to be able
Tanner
to put
Tully.
yourself in a position to hit that ball like that.
2-2 pitch coming.
So he probably
Fouled
was
away.
in the cage with like a roll of quarters. Just kept hitting.
Did you see Ichiro throughout the first pitch
Yes,
the other day?
yep.
93 miles an hour he got clocked. The first pitch. Honorary first pitch of the game.
And he's 48.
Full uniform. Ichiro comes out in full uniform.
Wow.
Throws a rocket to home plate for the first pitch of the game.
That's amazing.
I'm not convinced they didn't tweak that radar gun to show it faster than it was, by the way.
One of a kind.
There's a pop-up.
That was popped up.
Foul territory to the right side.
Makes the play.
Hitting over.
So Tanner Tully retires the Yankees in order 1, 2, 3. We'll go to the 7th. 4-1 Yanks.
Sell your products everywhere with web.com. Bring your
You know, these illegal ads. You cannot place ads over video or a stream. That was ruled by SCOTUS.
Always suspected this day would come. I'm ready. On May 6th, nothing can prepare you for the mind bending descent into madness. This is the only way. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Rated PG-13. Seen in premium large formats and IMAX.
Interesting.
Oh, you're doing it wrong, man.
What's wrong with action figures?
Nothing. Capital One Shopping instantly searches for available coupon codes and automatically applies.
Whoa.
I look good in miniature. Capital One Shopping. What's in your wallet?
Home field advantage clearly exists in baseball. Having the fans back you up is clutch. From the big leagues to the local level, it really makes a difference. And it's the same with insurance. Your local trusted choice independent insurance agents are active members of the community. They live and work where you do, so they understand the local playing field, and they'll always have your back. Nice catch. If you need insurance, whether it's auto, home, or business, get the Home Field Advantage. To find a local independent insurance agent.
So that reminded me of something that I've been confused at. Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen refused to play Michelle in Fuller House. Why didn't they take advantage of something and get Elizabeth Olsen, their younger sister, in it and give her a chance to play the part? So they could have that thing with them where all three of them got to play the same part at different times. She looks enough like him, she would have pulled it off.
Here at Yankee Stadium, Yankees lead the Guardians 4-1 in the first game of a 3-game set. We thank you for spending part of your Friday evening with us here on Prime Video. Michael King for his second inning of work. It'll be 8-9-1 in the Guardians order, starting with Brian Lavastida. Now, David, one thing that King has accentuated is that he went to Kluber University last year. What do you see that he picked up from him?
Well, he was able to modify the grip on his slider and get more sweep to it. More horizontal movement rather than vertical downward tilt. It's something that the entire staff has kind of worked on.
Sliders have no downward tilt. They go up and down. It's a curveball. That's been known for over 100 years.
Sweeping type breaking balls. Just that graphic there. I mean, that tells a story too. Not only the ERA, but the slugging percentage as a reliever last year from King.
Yeah, that's a ball. I'll give them for that one.
That's one of the biggest keys. Is not give up the big home runs late in the game when you have a lead. Nothing demoralizes a team more or wrecks a streak more than relievers that come in and give up leads late in the game. King very adept at keeping the ball in the ballpark.
Swing and a miss. One away.
That's why I signaled out. If they swing and miss, I'll just go strike three.
And looking at King,
They said we're out.
Then
give the point.
You know, he throws 5 pitches. I want to ask you one thing. How many pitches you throw when you pitch?
Well, you know, there's variations of different pitches. I think it gets a little overrated, but the fact that he can throw two different kinds of fastballs, a two-seamer and a four-seamer, makes it two different pitches, but it's really a fastball.
Yep.
And his ability to bounce back and forth between those two grips really is kind of his secret sauce. Right there. Two-seamer.
He's done wrong again. That was in the zone when it got to the plate.
And still have that four-seamer that you can throw into a lefty, too, and be able to master both of those grips. To me, is really what separates him. He's mixed in a changeup here to left-handed batter very effectively in the last inning. That sweeping slider that Michael's referring to is something that he learned from Corey Kluber, that grip. And now they can go into the pitching laboratory and look at the high-speed cameras and modify it and tweak it.
By the way,
say that he learned that pitch from Corey Kluber.
Manfred is talking about outline pitching clinics that they were talking about, or labs. That makes me just go back to the old-fashioned way.
Sometimes all you have to be is just a student, and ask the questions. And
He just struck out 5 times. What's wrong?
I really like to hear those type of stories.
Kluber actually started tonight for Tampa Bay and gave up a lot of hits over 5 innings, but just held the Red Sox to 4 runs. So that's the top of the 7th inning. Red Sox lead Tampa Bay 4-2.
Down in Tampa, the Yankees.
We'll have to see Tampa Bay lose that game. The Yankees get a game ahead of them. If wondering, the Blue Jays and Astros. It is 3-1 Astros over Toronto. So the Yankees could get back in first place in the AL East for this win to get a game ahead of the Rays again.
Sharing information more than ever before.
Saw Connor Pilkington warming for the Guardians.
1-2 pitch. And another one of those swings look like it's an on-purpose strikeout. Now, what can cause that? Is if you're not sure the pitch is in the zone, so you just try to flick it, to try to foul it off. You're not sure if the going to call it or not. That might be what that swing was. You're like, oh, that's close enough. I got to try to foul it off, and he couldn't get it.
He saves that four-seamer to put away the hitter with 2 strikes.
There's Miles Straw.
Miles Straw up with 2 down. And there's a strike. He's wearing A.J. Burnett's old number. Michael King got a better number.
And lands a little across his body. That gives him a little deception as he locks out that front leg to push against.
Waste a pitch there. He knows it. That's why you turn, you shake your head, reset mentally. I'll get it with the next pitch.
Use your front leg is so important on how you can speed up your arm through the zone, your release point, your hip turn and pelvis turn through the zone against that firm front side.
There's a strike. Chance for another strikeout for cousin Mike. He is my cousin. He's my 3rd cousin to be exact.
If you're capable of firing those hips, that's how you create bat speed as a hitter. Firing hips. A lot of people talk about the hands. For me, it's not the hands. It's just the hips.
And another strikeout. He case the side. 11 strikeouts for Yankees pitching today. Yankees hitters only struck out 7 times. 2 up. Looks like the top of the order, LeMahieu, Judge, Rizzo.
Straw swings over the top. The end of 6.5. It's time
I could see everyone scoring.
Here at Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. Yankees lead this one 4-1, but we'll stay right here as we honor America in the Bronx.
Move your caps and please direct your attention to the area behind home plate as the New York Yankees welcome an honored military guest. United States Army Specialist 4th Class Richard Cavallo from Ewing, New Jersey.
This game is Aaron Judge's 8th career multi-homer game at the new Yankee Stadium. 1 shy of the record held by Mark Teixeira. He never played in the new Yankee Stadium with any team but the Yankees. Baritone. He doesn't pronounce that her right. He's a little bit off on the pronunciation. He'd get barked at by his singing instructor. Not a hard song to sing, but they don't get the special part of that song. The where the storm clouds gather far across the sea, let us all be grateful for a land that's free. Let us not be weary in our land so brave, as we raise our voices in a solemn prayer. It goes into what he was singing. They hardly ever do that first part, and that is the more special part of the song.
You get the pro level leak.
That song is a prayer.
Loves. Parent like a pro.
Our stylists are passionate artisans of hair. Cowlick, what's the move? Great.
Trim it above the natural bend. Cut it long or short, nothing in between.
That's actually not true. I know a professional barber who told me that is not true.
If the peanut butter in a Reese's could talk to the chocolate, what would it say? You complete me. Should we start a podcast? Who does your ridges?
Okay.
Everyone deserves to be
A very fishy account just followed me on my one Twitter page. That's why I'm a little bit quiet right now. I'm investigating. Checking things out, seeing if the real person with that name knows about this account.
That's why I started Roman. To make it simple to connect with a healthcare professional online and find a treatment plan that's right for you. So you can get back to the relationship that you deserve. Roman, let's take...
On a Friday night in New York City, ready to rock and roll. No one doing it better than Aaron Judge. Gave the Yankees a 2-0 lead early. Then showed off the guns with a throw.
Just alerted her.
Then he goes for a second home run, a bullet.
We'll see. I hope she sees that and reports it or responds or something.
On Prime Video as we go to the bottom of the 7th. 4-5-0 for the Yanks, 1-8-0 for
So
the
bottom 7,
Guardians.
Yankees now 6 outs away from a W.
Pilkington will deal to
Connor
DJ
Pilkington.
LeMahieu.
That's way inside. That's an English name for you. Pilkington is as English as it comes. Connor is not. That's a weird spelling of it. So LeMahieu batting 286 over to today with a walk and a strikeout. Of course, had that ground out his last at bat. Don't know how I remember that actually, but that is not getting caught. A rocket into center for a single.
Into right center field. That's a 9-game hitting streak for DJ LeMahieu.
DJ 9-game hitting streak.
This is his 3rd game. He's pitched 3 innings, 3 strikeouts, 1 walk.
Here comes the judge. He's homer twice today.
Tremendous swing by DJ LeMahieu. You see the way that ball came out of the bat, kind of like with that.
Carlos Beltran's actually doing a very good job. I don't like his accent, but he's doing a very good job commentating.
Inside the pitch.
See, he doesn't get near that ball.
Great shot of that swing. Reversing
I knew off the bat it was going to get
pitch
caught.
right back at you.
Pitch to Judge. And again, you got to crush that. That's right there.
These are the hips. Rotational, staying inside.
Look at those hips. They go even as if he's pointing straight at the pitcher. Not all the way around as Gallows work. As if Gallows trying to build as much torque as he can.
That's when you really add speed to the pitch.
Way inside. Almost got Judge's knee.
All right, Carlos.
And you saw the pitcher go, nope, I wasn't trying to hit you when he put his glove in there. Let me off. It's a quick way to check on him. No, I was trying to hit you.
Goes into your head, you know. You still want to feel that, you know, you want to stay in control. You're having a good day. 2 homers. You're gonna sleep well tonight, which is great.
Let's see Judge get the battle of Mulligan's and out here just so he has a all contact day.
he will be able to stay.
And there's a drive to right. Not getting out this time.
Fly ball right center.
Judge flies out. That looked like it's out the end of the bat. Didn't quite have the sound. More of a clip than a crack.
4-6-0 for the Yankees. So the Guardians about hit the Yankees, but they managed just one run. Eli Morgan started 1-3. Jamison Tyone started 1-5. Again, didn't walk or batter. He has just one walk in 3 starts, 5 strikeouts. Judge with the 2 home runs, 3 ribbies, and a walk. And Franmil Reyes is the
Judge 2 for 3 now, but still 280. 3 home runs, 5 ribbies. Off to a very good start in his year. Here's Rizzo. I'd love to see him get a hit here. Get some confidence back for the next game tomorrow.
So here's Anthony Rizzo. He is 0 for 3.
Giving the cat some lovins. It's like me, like, why'd you stop? I had a 1-0 count first time all night. That Rizzo's been ahead on the count. That I have noticed. I'll put it that way.
Still leads the team with 10 runs batted in.
If Rizzo could get a hit here, 1 through 4 in the lineup, and have a hit for the first time this year for the Yankees.
Attacking the strike zone again tonight. Talk about getting strike one. You've heard every pitching coach talk about it. Get strike one. Well, on average, major league pitchers throw it about 60% of the time.
Hammered to right. If it's fair, it's gone. Just got around on it. It's another one of those where you see a hitter, you get antsy, and you get out in front of it.
Well over 70% so far this year. That's been a key, Michael. And you mentioned only 1 walk on the year. 12 for 17 tonight on first pitch strikes for Tyone in his 5 innings.
He throws another one there. Rizzo's putting in the second deck. See what this 1-1 pitch is. Where are the Indians getting all these lefties? That's fishy. And now it's a perfect pitch to rip the left field corner. I don't know why he's taking that one. Now you'll see him choke up on the bat a little bit. If you don't know what that means, look at the bat there. That's normal. Choking up is doing that. Or you literally move your hands up the bat a little bit.
Carlos, it almost feels like Rizzo, when he's facing a left-handed pitcher, gets on the plate even more, daring that pitcher to come inside.
I would not be surprised he gets plunked here. You know how Rizzo gets hit.
Much on the dish as just about anybody in the game right there.
He ain't swinging at that crap. Bouncing pitches are not going to get very many hitters to swing. None of them as good as Rizzo.
All they were trying to do was trying to basically stay in the middle of the field. They understand it's a difficult at bat just from the get-go. So you really want to focus and stay in the middle of the field. Hopefully you can make hard contact.
Fouled away. Got another hanger, but was behind on the swing. That one looked like he noticed it was hanging late and tried to flail at it.
Home plate. He's choked up. He does not give an inch to any left-handed pitcher. Stays in there, not afraid
Checking, no surprises around baseball.
And I think the reason
Okay.
of that is just because lefty against lefty, a lot of times those pitches
2-2 pitch coming to Rizzo. Again, he's choked up on the bat. You can see there, the hands are not all the way down that knob. They're up there. This is an MLB bat, by the way. It's a replica.
And there's a clear message he's sending. If I'm on the mound watching his approach, he's daring you to come in there.
Beautiful.
And a base hit the other way for Rizzo. A cue shot. Love it.
These are the productive at-bats. Lefty against lefty. Being able to stay with the pitch. Seeing the ball down, going away from you. You seeing your hands going with the pitch.
It's too easy to do that.
A lot of times, that's all you need.
And here's Stanton in a big at bat. Got a chance to blow this game open.
No give in that approach at all.
Here's Stanton, singled his last time up. Struck out his first 2 times at the plate tonight.
Stanton had a rocket his last at bat. It's high. Kazon was wrong. That was high.
This should be right in his wheelhouse. Stanton has always owned left-handed pitching. He got the knock out of the way before. He's got a hit on the board. Got some RBI.
1-0 pitch.
He should get a good swing here. Get a good pitch.
Just got another message telling me they're stunned. The MLB hasn't tried to buy me out. Force me to retirement. 2-0 to Stanton. Look out. Look out. If Pilkington's not careful, it's going to be 7-1 in a hurry. Judge and Stanton have homered in the same game once this year. That was last time Judge homered.
He stays in the box. Ready to hit.
That's an aggressive thing where he stays there. Just throw the pitch, man. Hammer down the right field line, foul though. Again, he's behind at 93. You shouldn't be behind unless it's 90 over 95, really. Even 95, you should be able to be ahead of that.
Donaldson on deck.
So 2-1.
Talk about maybe Major League Baseball.
No advantage here because both need 2 pitches to go their way.
Certain hitters won't have a problem with that. Stanton's one of those.
Pitch from Pilkington. Hammer to right field again, and he's late. He's tried to go up the field way that way and just couldn't get the bat around.
Early returns, Michael, is that the pitch clock in the minor leagues is shaved off 20 to 30 minutes off of the game times in the early going.
So 2-2. Are they going to try to bounce it? Doesn't look like it. Way inside. Tried to just overpower him and yanked it.
In a perfect world, they'd like the pace of the game to be quicker and also the game to take between 2.5 and 2 hours and 40 minutes.
Payoff pitch coming. How many full counts the Yankees got today? Again, slight advantage to the hitter because you know he doesn't want to walk you.
3-2. Popped up.
Down the right side. There's no way it's that far into the field of play. Off the bat, that was going to be right by the fence. Way in foul territory. That's fishy. That's fishy. That is fishy. Here's Donaldson.
Twice, and Carlos has noted that that's usually the first sign that things are coming around.
It is, Michael, and honestly, watching the game today, the Yankees are basically done damage with 2 outs. So hopefully this is the opportunity for Donaldson to really get that hit, get the RBI, and being able to build on what he has built today.
Never near the zone. Called a ball. He called worse ones than that. Strikes earlier. So I'm a little co-host again. Hammer to left. And impossibly caught. There's no possible way he catches that. Unbelievable.
Donaldson hit it hard. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base. That close to a couple more ribbies, a couple more runs for the Yanks. We go to the 8th.
I thought at the bat that was going to leave the yard. It's impossible for that not to at least gotten down. Literally impossible.
So I do what I can. What about screening for colon cancer? When caught in early stages, it's more treatable. I'm Cologuard. I'm non-invasive, and I detect altered DNA in your stool to find 92% of colon cancers, even in early stages. Early stages? Yep. It's for people 45 plus at average risk for colon cancer, not high risk. False positive and negative results may occur. Ask your provider if Cologuard is right for you. Consider it done.
Oh.
Applebee's Irresistibles are back, now starting at $8.99. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
Zimmer just launched his first home run for the Blue Jays.
Does it have directions on there?
Yeah, preheat large skillet on medium-high heat. Add 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil to skillet. When skillet and oil are hot, carefully place sliced beef into skillet. Use tongs to evenly distribute sliced beef in skillet. Be careful not to let pieces fold over. Cook on one side for about 2 minutes. Flip the sliced beef. Continue cooking until charred and cooked through until the beef reaches 160 degrees Fahrenheit internal temperature. Remove from skillet. Place on top of cooked rice or noodles. Enjoy.
You want that for supper?
That sounds good.
two-seamer, you got a change-up, you got a four-seamer. Oh, yeah. He's got a whirly, too. That's what Matt Blake likes to call it. The Yankees have developed that sweeping slider in the gas station in Tampa, and if you come for the King, you better not miss.
Michael King's still out there, huh?
King against Quan to start off the 8th.
There's another strike, and again, that K-zone is wrong. That's where it hit the glove, not where it got to the zone. As it's breaking there. It's right there when it gets to the zone. Yeah, it gets out there when it gets to the glove, but it was there when it got to the zone. Looks like Judge is in right field now, and Tim Locastro is in center field.
Yes, his improving breaking ball that we've talked about quite a bit tonight for King. And also that changeup.
By the way, yes, I pitched when I was younger. Didn't do it a lot because we didn't get a lot of opportunities. But yeah, I was a fastball changeup type pitcher. That was hard to hit because I could get to the 80s with my fastball. My change was down to the 60s, not 50s. And struck out Quan, which is a rare feat.
And as a pitching coach and as a manager, you have to feel real happy just to see King performing the way he has performed today. He's really dominating.
Technically, it's a strikeout. He did foul tip it right
yes,
into
he
the
did.
glove, though.
Yes, he did. So some contact was made. There's a strike to Ramirez. Yankees have held Ramirez down 0 for 3 tonight.
So they get him out here. He falls in at 400 with the batting average. Be the third Indian they've knocked under 400 today. The other was Jimenez, but he didn't have enough at bats to keep it up there.
Just feeling it out there is Michael King. Johnny Loizaga going to follow up.
Loizaga.
From nasty to nastier.
That's more Nasty Nestor gets the start.
Yes.
1 and 2.
Blew that one by him.
Fastball, four-seamer.
And it's so beautiful when you can't have that.
The reason I didn't throw breaking stuff, I hated the pressure it put on my elbow. Especially after the car wrecks and that, and then the pressure put up on my shoulders. So I just throw the fastballs and changeups, and I was dominant. I didn't pitch a lot, though. Because I was a closer for my high school team and the other team I played for, a club team. And very few opportunities. Only 3 at the club team, 1 with the high school team. Never gave up base runner. That's just a waste of a pitch. No reason to throw that one. Give me a second here.
Another strikeout. He's showing him everything.
Wow, now goes Jose Ramirez. First time this year he's been 0 for 4. That's 3 guys coming in this game batting 400 that they've knocked under 400. Quan, Ramirez, and Jimenez. But again, with Jimenez, he hadn't had enough bats to keep it up there.
After what Ramirez have done this season,
Gripping it like that.
In 13 games,
So it's just a change-up grip.
He looked out there with no chance.
7 strikeouts.
Here's
no
Franmil Reyes.
Reyes swings.
What kind of a swing was that? Are you kidding me?
Fun out there, David.
That was ugly. By the way, 0.87 ERA for King now. 2 inning pitch and almost perfect ball.
About your stuff, you're proud of it. It's much easier just to let it go. Let it eat.
Oh, that's in the zone. Another BS call. Umpiring has been pretty good today, despite a few bad calls like that.
No matter what finger you put down.
Hamel Reyes 200 with 2 runs, 5 RBIs, 551 OPS. No, impressive numbers. Where's the batting average? You get that up.
David, you have seen a lot of baseball in your career. Do you thought the baseball was going to end up where it is today? Like the evolution of technology?
Technology and training. The medical
Chance to strike out the side for the second straight inning.
Throwing weighted balls, pushing the
No automatic inning, but Michael King just happened to his career. It was last year, if I remember right.
Output from all the pitchers across the board. I've never seen such great pitch design, such an increase in velocity over the last 10 years. Some of these pitches are just incredible. The talent level off the charts.
Popped up, and I don't know how he makes contact with that.
Michael
6 inches
King's
above the
a
zone.
prime example of it. A guy that's throwing in the upper 90s, 97, 98 miles an hour, with two different kinds of fastballs coming off of themselves. The tunneling effect, the pitch design, and the thought process behind these pitches. It's never been better in the game.
One-two pitch.
1-2. Swing.
Got him. Got him, Michael King. 3 innings pitched of 1 hit, 8 strikeout ball. My goodness.
This guy doesn't swing and miss a lot. This strikeout number 1. Then Ramirez. This guy doesn't strike out a lot. And Ramil Reyes. A beautiful 8-spot.
My goodness. Yankees 3 outs away from Big W. Wow. Yankees 3 outs away from the AL East lead again. They keep yo-yoing back and forth there, you know. Give you updates on that. It's 4-3 Boston in the bottom of the 8th. And Toronto's cheated it tight in the 5th at 3.
Sarah, you said you were buying a car today.
I stayed up and crunched all the numbers.
I already used Capital One Auto Navigator. I found my car online and got pre-qualified instantly. Easy.
Well, since we're both up, who wants French toast? What's in your wallet?
My hair loss was a reminder of my age. I started noticing losing my hair in my late 20s. What really stuck out about Roman to me was the simplicity aspect, the confidentiality aspect. It made me feel like I could tell them anything. When I started first seeing results, I got excited. It makes me feel younger. My relationship with my hair is fantastic. We're good friends now. I love it.
How fishy is it that the one-time Jack Ray makes a prediction?
Carefully
It happens.
crafted with Valencia orange peel, Blue Moon is one of a kind. Something this unique could hang in a gallery, but it looks best in our signature glass. Blue Moon, one of a kind, every time.
That's Shaq with the auto-tune.
Turns out everyone does sound better in the shower. And it turns out the General is a quality insurance company that's been saving people money.
Which pitcher did Carlos Beltran hit his most career home runs against? Why don't you tell us, Carlos? Bartolo Colon.
Oh, that's a fishy one.
Big sexy.
He did not become a single baller. Good swing by Gallo. Best swing I've seen from Gallo in weeks.
Personal, he knows was nothing personal. By the way, Bartolo.
Ooh.
Saludo.
King's having fun.
So one pitch coming.
Now, it's interesting with the Colon
Took that one.
Beltran matchup. All right, so Carlos, you were 15 for 50 against him lifetime. That's 300 on the nose. Had 5 home runs. You had 1 in 2000, 3 in 2001, and 1 in 2017.
Another pretty good swing, but Jimmy Swing went up and in.
Between those last 2 home runs.
Looks a little more level. Never made an adjustment, but he does look a little more level.
For any batter-pitcher matchup all time.
Oh, wow. That's it's kind of crazy right there.
One-two pitch. And now he's swinging at a crap pitch. Had a good swing, then he's poor swing at a crap pitch. This is fishy. This is fishy.
One of the stops he made was with the Yankees, and
Yep.
this is a guy who always seems like he had fun. Never seemed too stressed out. He's still pitching
Didn't
somewhere.
just knock it off.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. You know it is. Somewhere his arm's still in shape.
You accentuated his arms and shit.
Yes. The big sexy.
And Michael, one of those guys that when he
Okay,
played
1-0
Cleveland, you know,
for
he was
Torres.
hardcore. And
Getting bombarded with messages all day has been weird.
he basically redefined
Swing and a miss on a pitch he should have launched.
and he was able to extend his career, you know, for a long time. Bartolo is a guy that probably played more than 15 years in the big leagues.
Does it bother you, David, that you never hit a homer and Bartolo did? That one in San Diego?
Well, I got to tell you that I led the league at hitting one year. I got a batting title.
Really?
I do. 234 I hit one year. But I didn't get the Silver Slugger because Don Robinson, who's a pitcher for the Pittsburgh Pirates, hit 5 home runs that year.
Ooh.
He was a real hitter. So he got the Silver Slugger.
Oh, I don't think that was near the zone. I think that hooked around.
Back in the National League.
Oh.
As a starting pitcher back then, I got 80 at-bats a year. We were allowed to throw more pitches and more innings.
Hit pretty well to left. Not well enough.
Puts it away for the second half. 234 is impressive. I mean, he came out of the American League, so he didn't hit there.
See, every day you learn something new. I didn't know that pitchers back then used to get
Silver Slugger. Yes.
Sluggers. That's great. They should bring those back.
For the best hitting pitcher. It's a thing of the past now.
Here's Connor Falefa. He is
Isaiah Connor Falefa.
And there's a strike from Pilkington.
They gotta stop taking those hangers.
I'd like to give a shout out, Michael, real quick here. Rob Cruz, a friend of mine, and his wife Cheryl and her friend Mia, watching this game. Amazon Prime.
I'm gonna make a prediction. Gallo's gonna homer this series.
Down
Way outside. Won't be today, but I think he homers this series. Fouled away. Ouch. Right off the shoulder. The catcher.
He's a heck of an athlete, Max Fried. He could legitimately swing the bat.
And now that all goes to waste unless they use him as a pinch hitter every now and then.
There's a handful of pitchers that are really upset about it because they were much better than whoever they were facing on any given day.
Jacob deGrom, one of them.
Jacob deGrom also hurt his elbow swinging the bat.
That's grounded foul.
And David, what do you think about that change of adding 15 more jobs to hitters and taking that away from the pitchers?
I like it.
I hate it. It's mockery of the game.
Career, I was anti-DH.
It destroys the uniquenesses between the leagues.
I like bunting, but I evolved over the years.
Now IKF purposely getting himself out.
As the Yankees are retired in order by Pilkington. It's time for Aroldis Chapman. We'll try to close it out in the night.
Sell your products everywhere with web.com. Bring your online store to life with our easy-to-use site builder and save 60% when you build yours today. Web.com. One stop, all done. Visit web.com to get started.
Oops. This is one heck of a script. Looking for a little bit of history tonight. Ground ball. Kim will go to first. It's their first no-hitter in franchise history. Java Joe, no.
You can't put a price on good sleep, but at Mattress Firm's Unjoke Your Sleep sale, you can get up to 60% off top-selling brands, like Sealy Queen mattresses starting at $279.99. Plus, get a free adjustable base with qualifying Sealy purchase up to a $499 value. Or shop Tempur-Pedic, the most highly recommended bed in America. In stock for immediate delivery and get a $300 instant gift. And get 0% interest for 60 months with your Mattress Firm credit card. Only at Mattress Firm.
Home field advantage clearly exists in baseball. Having the fans back you up is a clutch. From the big leagues to the local level, it really makes a difference. And it's the same with insurance. Your local trusted choice independent insurance agents are active members of the always have your back. Nice catch. If you need it.
Michael King is a dude.
He's increasingly becoming a dude more and more out there, and it's legit. The type of repertoire that he's featuring, the type of conviction behind these pitches really tell a story. He is feeling it. He can throw any pitch at any count. 7 straight strikeouts. One short of the record.
One short of the record set by Ron Davis in 1981. And Ron Davis wore glasses, threw hard, and just had 8 strikeouts in a row. But they turned to Chapman rather than keep King in there. But the way he was dealing tonight, he could have gotten 10 in a row.
Yeah, you could have made a case for just you go and run out the string.
Right, because you probably can't use him now for a couple of days anyway. But it's the same situation to bring in Chapman. It's a great shot. This gives you an idea of how tough it is to hit, how close the pitcher is. You ever get afraid up there, Carlos?
Not afraid. I always loved competition. I always felt that facing, good pitchers, it was a good time for you as a hitter to.
I thought so.
Against Chapman, breaking ball is outside 1-0.
I have not been impressed with MLB TV this year. It has been scratchy and laggy, all kinds of stuff. Naylor, Rosario, and Bradley do up. You got a couple lefties there. So.
Order against Chapman.
This guy would scare me a little bit. I wouldn't want to face him from left-handed pitcher hitting. No.
Chapman has those sleeves on. He's never pitched good with the sleeves on. Good pitch. Chance this game to be over within 3 hours. We'll see.
Rosario on deck.
That's in the zone, but call the ball. Chapman's got a beef.
Did you get to face Chapman when he was at the Reds?
Yes, I did. I faced him, I would say, 5 or 6 times. I remember having to walk off in, and that was a celebration.
That should be a strikeout.
He was throwing 105.
Yes.
I mean, Chapman is so impressive, man. Just the way he has been able to maintain his velocity since he got to the big leagues. He's one of the guys that really has kept that velocity.
And pop up out of play. If he could come in with 100 plus, he'd blow him away here.
History is the 105 point something and some change that Aroldis Chapman featured back in his Cincinnati days. There is a kid in college right now for the University of Tennessee, Ben Joyce, who's been clocked at 104 point some change too. The first guy that's even approached Aroldis Chapman's high octane.
Line drive by base hit down the right.
Literally impossible hit. Literally possible. No humanly possible way to get a hit on that pitch. Either you yank it foul or you swing and miss. That is literally impossible. But again, Chapman should have gone fastball there, not breaking ball. Date on the NBA playoff games.
Well, he goes to that breaking ball a lot.
Little slider right there. He was able to stay with that pitch.
It's now
A lot of times,
94-85 Miami over Atlanta. Milwaukee 70-44 over the Bulls. Phoenix Phillies has not started.
For a slider. So the fact that he was able to stay with that pitch and drive it to right field without authority, that was a good at bat.
There's Rosario. Rizzo on the grass at first. Slice foul outside of first.
That's a weird one. 95 miles per hour is a little bit slow as well. Changing bats if he broke, I'm not sure he did.
Back to the trade.
The run on second does not matter. You can ignore him, just get your outs.
He's out there on the market. You're going to trade him. Rosario's one of the big pieces you got back, along with Jimenez, who's playing second base tonight. It's going to be interesting to see how that shakes down. Originally, I thought Jimenez would be the future shortstop here. I'm still trying to figure out how these two pieces fit.
That pitch was impossible. Literally impossible. He releases on a line right to the top of the zone. Halfway there, it started rising. That is literally impossible without ball control systems. Literally impossible.
It's wide open division, you know, when you think about it. So these teams, if they play well, they can really find a spot in the playoffs.
There's a swing and a miss.
Especially with expanded playoffs this year. 12 teams get in. Terry Francona has a knack for not only just being a great baseball person in general, but running a clubhouse, getting these guys to believe in themselves.
You made a great point, David. That's important. When managers are capable of doing that and keeping that clubhouse alive and believing in themselves.
That will be a ground out. Why is this getting so scratchy? So laggy.
Mercado is going to pinch hit for Bobby.
Oscar Mercado, if I could say it.
The Guardians go with 16 pitchers with a 28-man roster, and they have a 3-man bench. So you've got Mercado, Clement, and Hedges. Bradley struck out 3 times tonight.
Cat just pulled a hammer out of the cabinet.
1-0.
What are you going to do with the hammer?
And just subtly, you see Trevino get a strike there. First pitch slider around the plate, off the dish.
2 outs away from the big win. Chapman's on 11 pitches.
Good framing. The first 2 weeks.
He's already lagged behind again. Are you kidding me? What is going on here? 0-2 count now.
If you think about a plus 10 on the framing scale, if the catcher can be plus 10, 10 calls go your way. That's almost the equivalent of 1 win in terms of wins above replacement.
And that proves how rigged the WAR stat is. Cannot go by outs from a pitcher. There's no way to calculate it trying to do that.
Naylor at second.
Say hi.
1 man out. We're in the 9th. 4-1 Yankees.
Say hi.
This isn't a bat for Mercado that, you know, having playing today.
Good luck, kitty.
All of a sudden, the manager calling you and they say, "Hey man, get ready. You're facing Chapman." You know, it's not an easy task.
Ooh, that was just a bit inside. 99 inside corner. But I think it was just a bit inside.
I think after not being an easy task, he's putting a good at-bat together. Making his count even.
In a grouchy mood, huh? She can be in grouchy moods, huh?
Swing!
Hey, please! No, calm down.
And the
Calm down.
Guardians are down to the final out.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
It's a great pitch right there. And, you know, looking at Chapman and looking at Chapman for a long time, you know, I have seen the evolution in him being able to add few pitches to the repertoire where before he was
1 out away from ending this.
fastball. Now he's
And she just shut the door.
Now he throws the slider, and sometimes, you know, being able to put that in the hitter's mind is very difficult, especially a guy that throws under plus.
The camera lagging.
For strike to Labastida.
I don't get this.
Strikeout.
14 strikeouts to no walks by Yankees pitching today. And 1 strike away.
Let's see if we can take a look at the steer of Adrolli Chapman here.
Blew him away, 101. There's the stare. Yankees win. Judge the star of the game. 2 home runs, 3 ribbies. Big win for the Yankees, 4-1. For the moment, they're tied to the AL East lead. We'll see if the Astros hang on against the Jays. Fun game. Not very eventful, but fun game. Hope you all enjoyed it. Have a great night, everybody.